Yeah, buddy. TJ Jones in the house already. What's going on, sir? Albert, what's crack-a-lacking? Hey, you guys are in here quick. Otis, Skeletor, what's going on, guys? Otis bought his first truck the other day. Otis, what'd you buy? Sorry, guys, I'm just still trying to... Everything wants to die because I haven't charged anything, so... Just trying to figure out what I need the most. Good evening, Ralph. Hillborn, how you doing? Otis, 2012 Freightliner. Oh shit. Otis ain't messing around. I was on my phone watching YouTube when your notification popped up. Nice. Well, I'm glad to know that YouTube's actually sending out the notification. For some reason, the people that I'm subscribed to, I don't get notifications anymore. I don't know. What's up? Casey, what's going on, buddy? Trucking John. Turf Cutters. Starting my trucking account. There you go. That's the way to do it. 2012 Freightliner. Oh, shit. Stream Elements. Bot running. What the hell? I have no idea what the hell that is. Apparently I got a bot. You coming back to Schaefer? Yeah, buddy. Yes, I am. What's going on, Anthony? Yeah, I feel much better. My allergies are still going nuts because of the animals in the house. But as far as the cold goes, yeah, I'm doing way better. My son worked at Crete as an owner operator, but came over and is driving my truck now since April. Nice. Yeah, like I said before, guys, if I made the decision to go back out on the road, that there was no other place that I was going to go. I wasn't even going to do research on other companies. I'm not looking into anybody else because of how happy I was at Crete. So, to me, there's really no point in getting, myself into a bigger headache. So, how's the weather in New Hampshire to Maine? Well, it's funny you should ask. Looks like snow showers all the way through. Um, Back here. I'll let you see it. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong one. How's the freaking camera? That's the one? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this looks like the mess. We're getting a lot of lake effect. This is all lake effect shit that's hitting. And, the funny thing is I was talking to Creed earlier, and all the drug testing and everything that I needed to do is done. So therefore, what the frick? Stream Elements doesn't want to work with me today. Let's see. Hey, old man, what's going on, John? Refer my first driver, and I'm getting a referral bonus. Nice, very nice. Those referral bonuses they help quite a bit. 58 degrees and clear in South Alabama. Nice. I'll be down there soon, hopefully. From Chode Guzzler, hit the thumbs down. Fuck off, clown. You know, whatever. You know, it could be an ex. It could be whatever. Could be somebody that's, doesn't like me, but apparently they come on every one of my videos. So, for those of you that hit that thumbs down button, thanks for watching. Yeah, you don't hurt my feelings. Let's see. So apparently I won't be able to get into trucking until April due to having 3 tickets in the last 3 years. So that is a bummer, but I mean, things happen for a reason, I suppose. Yeah. One thing you're going to learn, Anthony, is in order to get into, an industry like this, you're going to have to jump through hoops. No matter what you do, you're going to have hoops to jump through. I mean, if you got to wait, 3-4 months before you can get into it, then, take the time to learn what you can while you can at home. It's the best advice I can give for that. And like you said, everything happens for a reason. Look at it like this. Maybe this is how I try to think about things. When something like that happens to me, think of it like this. I mean, here we are in January, so we're like dead smack in the middle of winter. So we got all these, I mean, as you seen on the map there, that, we got all these snowstorms and stuff like that. It was meant for you to wait till April. Maybe if you would have got your license now and hit, into the trucking industry now, who knows, maybe you'd get into an accident, between now and April. So, somebody's watching over you and preventing you from getting into a truck until at least April. That'll give you all of spring, all of summer, and all of fall to get your experience, to get, acclimated with the truck and, how to operate the truck for your first winter season. I don't ever recommend anybody fresh going into the trucking industry in winter. I know. Casey says I'm in New Hampshire right now and I keep getting weather warnings. Yeah, probably. I mean, you got, like I said, snowstorms coming down. You're probably somewhere in this area here. That's New Hampshire. But I mean, later on tonight, after 9-10 o'clock, it's all going to stop. But you should be alright. That's what happens when you drive the Northeast. John's doing a 34 reset in Oak Grove, Kentucky. What a place to do a reset. Well, but yeah, all the testing is done. I do have a thumbs down already. But I got 9 thumbs up, so the glass is half full. March and April are the best months to get your CDL. I agree. But yeah, guys, it's official. Everything's done. Everything's set in place. Everything's planned out. All the drug testing's been done. Everything that needed to be done on my end is done. The rental car is set up. So I will be leaving home tomorrow morning. I figure somewhere around noon. I'm in no rush to get down there. Because I'm just going to get down there, spend the night in the hotel. Friday morning is when I'm going into the office to finalize all the paperwork, get my truck. Now, there is a possibility that I may have to take the rental car to a different location. They didn't specify as to where. But because currently there's no new trucks in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is where I got to go. So, in the event that there's no new trucks, then after I get done with all the paperwork, they'll find me the truck, and then I'll drive the rental car to wherever I need to go to get the truck. Then put all my stuff in the truck, and we'll be rolling. I knew you couldn't handle being retired. Yeah. It's hard, man. When you spend your whole life working, and then all of a sudden it comes to an abrupt halt. It plays mind games on you. Gerald Howland, January 6, 2020, marks my 27th year in trucking. Congratulations. 3.25 million miles, accident and ticket free miles. Nice. That's a hell of a driver right there, guys. What company are you going to? I'm going back to Crete. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to, play any games or anything like that. Trucker B, what's up? You heading out again? Yep. I'll be heading out tomorrow. Yep. Trucker Al's got to put his ass back to work. You can take Al out of the truck, but you can't take the truck out of Al. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is, man. Billy, we've all discussed it. When if it's in your blood, it's in your blood. And like I said, I've been home for a little over 2 weeks, and it plays mind games with you. It really does. I kind of feel useless, helpless. I'm not doing anything. I'm just no. I need to go back. Welcome back to the hell we all call trucking. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Does this mean you're getting back on Life 360? Maybe. I don't know. You guys really need to know where I'm at? Trucker B's message. I don't know why yours got deleted, but said good. You should have never left, fucker. You live and you learn. That's how it is. We all make mistakes. We all do things that we wish we could take back, but shit happens. I guess this means Tats failed. No, Tats didn't fail. I mean, I may continue it. I may do something a little bit different with it. But as far as it failing, no, I don't consider it a failure. I mean, hell, you're here, right? Hell, you going back to reefer? Yep. Yeah, I'll definitely stick with reefer. Trucking will institutionalize you. Yeah, it's kind of like jail. If you spend 10, 15 years in jail, when you get out, eventually, believe it or not, people miss it. I will see your bald head in Schaefer's on the 28th. No, you won't see my bald ass head because I'll be out working while you're sitting in a classroom. Creed is a good company. If I ever go back over the road, Creed will be the company I would strongly consider. Yeah, and that I said that from day one. Even when I was still out on the road, but because there was a part of me that thought that it is possible. I mean, like Billy just said, you could take Al out of the truck, but you can't take the truck out of Al. It's anything is possible in life. You could sit here and make plans all you want, but something happens and it changes it. It changes all of your plans, and that's kind of what happened. I don't know. It is what it is. But like I said, I mean, from day one, I even said that if I ever decided to go back out on the road, I'm going back to Crete. Crete's done me well. They're very respectful in every way, shape, and form. Even with me talking to them and me considering going back out on the road and stuff like that, they didn't pressure me or anything like that. They told me take your time, think about it, and then just keep in touch with them, and that is what it is. Jason Piper, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Trucker Al family. So, I mean, like I said, it kind of is what it is. Zoltan. Wait a minute. There's no CR England in your comment here? Wait a minute. You feeling alright? I broke my arm, been home for a week. It's driving me crazy, and now I have another week home after surgery. Nice job. How the hell did you break your arm? You really haven't been doing tats anyway, so I guess I never really had a chance. No, I mean, I did it in the beginning, and then it got to the point where I've been so freaking busy here at home. Not really. I mean, I probably could have got on a lot more, but, it is what it is. Trucking is like the mafia, it's for life. Yeah, if it's in your blood, you're stuck with it. This means I still have a good chance to meet and shake hands with the great guy Trucker Al. Thanks, Martin. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, my wife would be going with me. Oh, you mean when you come here to Crete? Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely bring your wife out with you. Crete is one of the best training programs for new student drivers. Yeah, I don't know much about the whole. I mean, I know that you're out for 6 weeks when you end up in the training here, but it's funny because the day that I actually left, the day that I was dropping off the truck, if you guys remember when I told you when I was going through the orientation at Crete, there was only two of us, me and one other girl, and the other girl, she only had 4 months experience with CRST, and then she ended up going over to Crete. Well, I happened to bump into her as I'm cleaning out the truck. And she had finished training. She was out on her own finally. She was real happy, that she was out on her own. But she even said that the training was fantastic. So, yeah, I don't know much about their training. I haven't really talked to anybody about it. Skateboarding at the park with my daughter. Um, well, Zoltan, you're a ball buster. Aren't you a little bit too old for skateboarding? I mean, hell, even I know my limits. Casey, oh, she's with you right now? Poor thing. I might be trying England this summer. Options are a bit limited from Vegas. Check with Crete. I mean, if you got experience, Crete will fly pick you up out of Vegas. I know they got a lot of dedicated runs that run in and out of there. They might be able to set you up with something. Tell them Trucker Al sent you. Casey, how's your wife like the road? How's she like spending all the time with her hubby? 16 likes. Look at you guys go. You guys are awesome. 28 people in the chat. And I'm assuming we got one of my exes in here with the thumbs down. Unless somebody else wants to claim it. Yeah, buddy. So, yeah. We're not going to stay on too long tonight. I mean, I'll be on for maybe a little over an hour or so. But I still got all my freaking packing and shit to do. I mean, most of the stuff is still packed away, like all the camera equipment, the electronics, and stuff like that. More so, I just got to pack up all my shower stuff and clothes and get everything ready to roll out. Will you be going back to training? No, I'm not training anybody. Last live was over 4 hours, if you were wondering, and I never left the whole time. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, it was a four and a that was a 4.5 hour video. Yeah, Martin was there the whole entire time, start to finish. A lot of people were. She loves it, just don't like dumb. What? She loves it, just doesn't like dumb. That a fat finger text? Zoltan, I did a refresher last summer, but went back to teaching after it took night too long to get everything rolling. Yeah, it's depends on where you go, man. Michael Watts, are you doing OTR or regional? I am going OTR. If I'm gonna be driving truck, I won't do regional because I do live in the Northeast, and I can't stand the Northeast. I freaking hate it. Anything from New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, I'm good. Anything outside of that, I'm good. Mm, let's see, Zoltan, look at Prime or Wilson Logistics. Prime trains out of Salt Lake City, And Wilson out of Missoula. Yeah, yeah. Wilson Logistics, I heard a lot of good things about. Prime, I know will pick you up out of there. And if you're working out of Salt Lake City, I mean, hell, you could pretty much go anywhere. Just about every company's working out of Salt Lake City. I could not risk it. Prime wants me to redo the entire CDL class. Why? Oh, she doesn't like the dumbasses on the road? Yeah. Welcome to our world. Not sure if you follow any other trucking channels. Have you seen any of the current YouTube drama? Um, I do watch quite a few of the trucking channels, but once drama starts, I get out of it. I'm just not into it. Um, I'm not that type of drama person. Soon as I see that it's nothing but people talking shit and drama and all that, I don't even watch the whole video. I'll go in, see, I mean, especially live videos. I'll go in, say hello to people, and then bail out of it as soon as the drama starts. I don't get into it. I heard that there's people out there that talk shit about me and, things that I do and, how people don't agree with the things that I do and how I do things. And it is what it is. I don't really care. I'm not here for them. So, whatever. Are you getting your same truck back? Probably not. They probably assigned that truck to somebody else already. I can try Western Express. Yeah, talk to Casey about Western Express there, Zoltan. He'll tell you anything you need to know about him. Wilson has Jim Palmer out west. Yep. I hear a lot of horror stories about Western Express. They said I got my CDL too long ago and a refresher is not enough. Makes no damn sense. Skeletor, I got bumped out, but I'm back. Why? You're not the only one that's ever said that to me, that they get bumped out. I don't understand why. I hated the Northeast also. Just subscribe to your channel, bro, so I will be checking your videos. Michael, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we do videos all the time. Now that I'm going back out on the road, I'll be doing more of the vlogs and stuff like that. But I'd like to try to go live at least 2 to 3 times a week. Billy says, yeah, me and Al don't do drama. Oh, Billy. Who talks smack about you? Everybody talks shit about me. The funny thing is that people think that I don't know about it. I drove through New York City yesterday night, so that'd be last night. Um, I'm sorry. You won't catch me fucking dead driving through New York City anymore. Knight has such a long wait for a trainer, and it's about 5 weeks out with a trainer. If you end up going with a trainer here at Crete, you'll be out for 6 weeks. But we pay $800 a week, so that kind of helps a little bit, I guess. I haven't seen or heard anything out here about you, but it's straight war. It blows my mind. You got to understand, some people feed off of the drama. I mean, it's kind of like my family. This is why I don't talk to anybody in my family anymore. Um, some people, they need to have the drama in their life. That's what they feed off of. Some people, they wake up, thinking about shit that they can start or something that they can spread around, and it's just crazy. It really is. But I don't associate with myself with them types of people, and it seems to piss them off more because I don't feed into it. Western Express is trash from what I heard. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. My goal is to get on a truck right when summer starts and get my own truck before I decide to leave teaching. Yeah, you better have some money put away for that. I got screwed when I wasted a month doing a refresher and orientation. And there at CFI, you got to be out for 7,500 miles. Now, is that 7,500 miles you and the trainer, or is that just the miles that you drive? Let's see. They're bringing the worst into the community. A bunch of adults acting elementary. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what it is, too. Adults acting like kids. Is training pay $800? Crete site says 700 still. Maybe they didn't update their site, but last I checked, it was 800, and I just checked with them like 2 weeks ago. Somebody else asked me the same question, and I was told it was $800 a week. Trucking Answers channel did a video on Western Express, and it's trash. Trainers can only drive 10%. Wow. So what the hell are you doing then, Billy? You gotta be bored out of your freaking mind. I should call Western Express next. I could probably make that happen, but it's gonna be a few days. Because tomorrow morning, I gotta wrap everything up here at the house, put it in my truck, drive over to Enterprise, take everything out of my Durango, put it into the rental car, and then drive down to Pennsylvania. Tomorrow night, I'll be at the hotel. Friday morning, I go in to the office, sign all the paperwork, get assigned a truck, and then go from there. Hopefully, there'll be a truck there for me. If not, then I got to drive somewhere to go pick up a truck. Trucker Rail is a real cool dude. Proud to be a subscriber. Thanks, Martin. Appreciate you, buddy. Golden State News Service. Howdy, y'all. That's a different name. Everybody hit the like button. Yeah, buddy. Everybody hit the like button. Who are you going to work for? Going back to Crete there, Craig. Going back home. How long do you stay out at Crete? Crete is about 21 days out, 3 days home. Nicholas, am I leaving Crete? No, I'm going back to Crete. I left for about 2 weeks, which I probably should have just took a leave of absence. Probably would have been smarter. But test everything out, see how it went, and then see how I felt. But I didn't do that. That was my fault. I have a permit. I went to. Okay. Went to CR England Trucking School. Oh, yeah? How'd that work out for you? What part of PA is their terminal? They're in Carlisle. It's like right at across the street is Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and then where their terminal is, it's called New Kingston. Or New Kingstown. New Kingstown, Pennsylvania. But if you walk across the street, you're in Carlisle. It's right off the Carlisle Pike. It's maybe 2 miles down the road from the 81. Can you share what made you leave? I'm currently company shopping. As far as what made me leave Crete, it had nothing to do with Crete itself. They had nothing to do with it at all. Nothing that they did or said, or I have no issues with that company whatsoever, which is why I'm going back. The reason why I left was my own mind playing games with me. But I left for some personal reasons, and come to find out I made a mistake, and now I got to jump through some hoops. Like I was just telling Anthony, sometimes you got to jump through hoops to get back to, where you want to be. So I'm gonna jump through the hoops and do what I need to do, get back out there. But it had absolutely nothing to do with the company. So, Nick, if you have experience and whatnot, and you're looking to be a company driver, and you're looking for a good company to work for, then definitely check out Crete and Schaefer. That reefer unit will help you sleep at night. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Let's see. I didn't finish. I'm thinking of going to Swift Trucking School. Huh. Golden State. Whereabouts are you in the country? 3 days home suck. I work 3 weeks on 1 week off. I used to do that at CR England. I used to be out for about 3 to 4 weeks and then go home, take a week off. Yeah, 3 days home does suck, but it doesn't really give you much time to do anything other than laundry, shower, relax for a little bit, maybe catch up on a little bit of sleep, and then turn around and start right back over. But that's part of the truck driving life, I guess, especially doing OTR. Does everyone at CR England end up in a three-person truck, or are the only students coming from school? No, the whole three bunk truck thing at CR England, that's an option. So, say for example, like a husband and wife were looking to, get into the trucking industry, and they wanted to train together. That's what those trucks are typically for. Or two guys who are best friends or whatever. If they're going to be team drivers throughout their career, they can also train together. That's what those trucks are for. They don't make you train in a three bunk truck. Okay, enough said. Thanks for sharing. I remember you sharing your good opinion on Crete. Yeah, if I had something bad to tell you about him, I would, but I really don't. I mean, I don't. It's the honest truth. I don't have anything negative to say about him. I mean, the people that work there are fantastic. Everybody's there to help you. My pay has been spot on, right to the penny. I've never had to question a paycheck. Um, I mean, if I needed roadside, they were right on top of it. They answered the phone right away. Because I remember at CR England, we used to have to wait, on nights and weekends, you'd wait 3, sometimes 4 hours on hold just to get a hold of somebody. I don't think I've waited more than 5, maybe 7 minutes on the phones at Crete. So, it is what it is. Go tonight and skip Swift. Their training is awesome in Phoenix. I live near Victorville, California, and a lot of trucking schools near me in Fontana. Yep, Fontana's a big spot. How long is the driver training with CR England? Well, we just talked to them the other day, and according to the recruiter, it's 180 hours. So figure probably 2 weeks. What is an average pay for what at Crete? Average paycheck at Crete. Let me see if I still have access to mine. We went over this before. I don't remember. I don't think I still have access to it yet. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so I don't have access to it right now. But we just went over all of my paychecks over at Crete in one of my other videos. Um, on average, you'll make somewhere. I think my lowest paycheck there was probably 1,100, and that was on a really shit week. But most of my paychecks were closer to 2 grand, somewhere a little bit over 2 grand. Yep. Crete will definitely keep you moving. But the other thing is, sometimes you got to stay on top of them. I mean, for the most part, I didn't have to. I had my next load assignment before I finished the one that I was on. Typically, the day before, depending on when the load was scheduled for delivery. But for the most part, I always had my next load on my screen before I finished up the one that I had. There were a couple of times where I didn't, but when it caught my head, caught my brain that, hey, you don't have your next load assignment, I called in and said, hey, send me over a pre-plan. And within 5 minutes, I had another load assignment on, ready to go. So I never had an issue with Crete approved me for 53 cents per mile. Yeah, that's what they'll start you out if you're doing reefer. 53 cents a mile. Al, do you get paid for trailer washouts? No. I mean, if I have to pay for the trailer washout, which you never do. Crete has a big account with Blue Beacon. So if you pull in there, do a trailer washout, all you do is sign one piece of paper and then they take care of everything. Same thing when you wash the trucks. At Crete, you can wash a truck every 45 days for free. You just pull into a Blue Beacon, you sign one piece of paper, and away you go. I think I've only had to have the trailer wash out twice. That's all I've ever had to do. Are you on vacation right now, Al, or just taking a break from the road? I took a break from the road. I tried something a little bit different. My intentions were to stay home permanently, but um, it's time to go back. I mean, I've worked my whole life, and me sitting home, I can't do it. Unforgiving. Huh. First time I've seen that name. Well, Paper Chaser, how much experience does Crete require, and what will they start you out at with a year? Um, Crete requires to have at least 4 months experience, and if you have about a year experience, they'll start you out on the Schaefer side doing reefer. They'll start you out at about 53 cents a mile. Skeletor, did you used to work with rail? They don't have full experience because one company don't want to give my experience out. What? Paper Chaser, can you take your truck home? Yes. Yeah, you could definitely take your truck home. Why didn't I get a local gig? Um, because believe it or not, it's just I could have probably go to FedEx or UPS or even the Postal Service. I got a friend of mine who's a big wig in the Postal Service. I probably could have got in there with no problem. But if I'm gonna drive truck, I'm going over the road. Like I said before, guys. I mean, I enjoyed being over the road, not knowing where I'm gonna be. Um, not knowing what part of the country. I mean, 1 minute I could be in, the East Coast, and in a matter of a few days I could be sitting out in, Fontana, California. I enjoyed being out on the road. It gives me time to myself. It gives me time to do these videos, which everybody knows I enjoy doing. I don't know. I've got a thing for, driving over the road. I don't know what it is, but it's I enjoy it. I I prefer to be over the road versus doing something local. Not to mention the fact that, it's bad enough I live in New York State. If I work here, it's just that much worse. The people suck up here. They really do. Would local truck drivers checks be a little less than over the road? Um, Probably, because a lot of the places where you're gonna do local are gonna pay you by the hour. You really should get a local job. No. Uh-uh. I won't drive locally. As far as like driving truck or anything like that, no. Especially out of New York. No way. No, I mean after you're unloaded, do you get extra pay on your check for washouts? No. No, because a lot of times, um, like I said, I've only had to wash a trailer out twice since when I was at Crete. Typically, what I do is I have a leaf blower, and I'm sure you guys have seen it in some of the videos. I mean, it takes me 5 minutes to blow out the back of the trailer, and it's fine. Usually, the only time you got to wash it out is if you're hauling meat. Then you get a lot of the blood in the bottom of the trailer. Then you got to wash it out for the next one. But yeah, let's see. Good luck, bro. I hope everything works out for you. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Everything will be fine. Like I said, you live and you learn. Sometimes you got to learn things the hard way, and that's been me my whole life. I always learn lessons the hard way. I don't take anybody's advice or anything like that. I mean, I'll ask for it and stuff like that, and to see if there's a different way of thinking about things. But for the most part, I end up learning lessons the hard way. One of the company I work for didn't want to give my experience to Crete. CR England? Probably because you still owe them money. They won't do that. They won't release your records if you owe them anything. I have fingers crossed for you. Good luck for Trucker Al. Great guy. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, like I said, everything will be fine. Once I get out into the truck, get everything set back up, get rolling. Yeah, we'll be fine. Do you know anything about their MVR qualifications? I have two violations that will pass the 5 year mark in a few months, but want to get pre-hired before I start school. Um, no company is actually going to pre-hire you. Um, it's not like Crete will tell you, what their MVR qualifications are. And I think if you got two violations, I think after 5 years you should be fine. But you're going to have to go to the school, get your license, and then call them when you're ready to make the transfer, and they'll let you know if there's anything else that you need to do. But I think after 5 years you should be fine. Unless I'll have to double check, but if any of those violations has anything to do with like a DWI or a DUI or anything like that, it may be pushed up to 7 years. But I'll have to double check on that. Don't quote me on that one. Let's see. Do Old Dominion and still be on the road, but home more often? Um, See, I know this is going to sound strange and I know it's going to sound bad, but I don't need to be home more often. I mean, even the 2 weeks that I've been here now, I mean, I'm not doing anything. I mean, granted, the weather is shit. I mean, we got a shit ton of snow last night. It's probably still snowing now. It's supposed to snow all night, but I mean, I'm really not doing much where I'd rather be out on the road. I really would. It's to me, it's a better fit for me to be over the road than home locally. How many miles a week do you average? Probably close to 3,000 miles a week. Doing local, you save money than OTR. Depends on the person there, Casey. Sometimes I'll bet you you'll be spending more money than me. I love OTR, but I drive a garbage truck and a snowplow in Chicago at 37.45 an hour, and it's union overtime, so I can't do OTR. But if you're making 37.45 an hour, there's no need for you to do OTR. Especially if you're on a union and you're still getting overtime. That's a nice little gig. But, understand, guys, that I did the whole local thing. I mean, I wasn't always a truck driver over the road. I mean, I did the tow trucks. I drove school bus for a little bit. Drove my 10-wheel dump truck, here locally. And it's just, the people out here, they're out for the companies are out for themselves. That's all it is. They don't give a rat's ass about you. And I know a lot of people can say that about OTR shit too, but being over the road's a whole different side of freedom for me, if you will. I mean, think about it. You're in your own truck. You're by yourself. Pretty much do whatever you want when you want, as long as if the loads are on time. I prefer that type of freedom. I really do. Let's see. When I did reefer, I had a leaf blower. It saved me a ton of time not sitting in a washout line. Yeah, I do the same thing. That was one of my first investments when I became a truck driver, is got a leaf blower. Because when I was in training, the trainer that I had, dumbass, he didn't even so much as have the CAT scale app. He would literally get scaled and then go in and, get the paperwork and come back out, readjust, rescale, go back in. Screw that shit, man. I got the app. I don't even get out of the truck. But I had to sweep out one of the trailers, and I'm sitting there with a push broom, and I even said to him, I go, dude, you're working way harder than you need to. And I had suggested a leaf blower. I said, just go on Amazon, get a batteryized leaf blower, $50-$60. No. Sweeping it's better. Okay. Well, you have about 4 months to get back to England, and then you can train me. Nope, not happening. Neither one of those are happening. I'm not going back to England, and I'm sure as shit not training. If someone doesn't want to give you your time, then have a buddy say you drove for them. Well, yeah, you could do that too. The other thing you could do, Casey, is your pay stubs. If you still have your pay stubs, you can use that as proof. Most companies will take your pay stubs, or a W-2 if you have it. Because they want me to drive for them again. Well, I don't eat truck stop food. Some people don't. Some people shop at Walmart too. That'll save you a shit ton of money instead of eating the truck stop food, but sometimes I'll switch back and forth with that too. What's your email again? I'll have to get you the info for a recruiter and referral. Wait a minute. What's your email again? I'll have to get your info for a recruiter and referral. Email, hang on here. I'll put it right here in the chat. But you do need to be home because you keep having these events. Not the first time. No, yeah, you're right. It's not the first time. See, try to understand, Zoltan, that, before I was having issues with the company. I was having issues with England. I had issues with Trans Am. So me going home from there was me having an issue with the company. This one here, this was all my own doing. I went through a phase, like I said before, guys, I've been working nonstop my whole life, and I don't do anything. I really don't. And, it just got to the point to where, I don't know, maybe I just needed a break. The other thing you got to understand is when I'm out there on the road, I'm rolling. I'm not one of these drivers that, stops for 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a drive shift and only pushes 300-400 miles a day. That's not me. I'm not that driver. I will push these clocks down to the last minute. I mean, I'm running close to 600, sometimes over 600 miles a day. So, I mean, mentally it puts a strain on you. I mean, Zoltan, I mean, I get, you're a teacher, and I'm not even going to begin to think to myself that I know what you go through on a daily basis, especially dealing with 30 children in a classroom all day long. No frickin' way in hell. But, when you get out on the road and you're running 70 hours a week, and then, you got to understand, even your time off, just because I just drove 10 and a half hours and I'm now shutting down my clock, doesn't mean I'm getting out of the truck. I mean, I'll get out of the truck to go get something to eat, take a shower, but I'm right back in the truck. I'm in the truck at least 23 hours a day. And you got to understand that. It's a whole different lifestyle out there. That truck becomes my home. And, usually typically, okay, look at it like this. You're in a classroom teaching your students. When that final bell rings at the end of the day, you go home. You're not, you may not be thinking about work. You're not at work. You get your home time. I don't ever get that. Truck drivers don't get that. Even when we're done working, we're technically still at work. We may not be sitting in the driver's seat, but I'm literally 3 feet away from it. And, it will eventually take a toll on you. I've got to learn how to space things out a little bit. I need to stop worrying. Now I'm getting deep with you guys. I constantly think about work. Even when I shut down, I'm thinking about my planning. Is my original plan still working out for me? Do I need to change a few things around? I'm looking at weather, I'm looking at traffic, I'm looking at construction, and then in an instant, things can change. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've pulled out of the truck stop, I'm fresh, got a whole good night's sleep, ready to go. I pull out of the truck stop, turn right onto the expressway, I get up to speed, 5 minutes later, dead stop. And I'm there for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours because of a fatal accident. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. Stressful? Yeah, to say the least. Because that just not only destroyed at least half of my clock, but it destroyed my entire plan. So now in the back of my head, I'm planning things out differently. Do I have to do an 8-2 split? Do I got to, readjust the timing at the receiver or at the shipper? There's a million and one different things that, people don't understand what this job's really about. You guys sit here and watch us on YouTube, and, you guys that, want to come into this industry, we make it look easy. And this is why I was going to do that whole 24-hour live feed nonstop. I was just going to let the phone, run even when I was driving. Just, everything was going to be on a live feed. But it turned out my phone doesn't have that video stability shit, so it turns out to be very poor quality, and I don't want my videos looking that bad. So, like I said, you guys get to see some road footage. You guys get to hear us talking about it. You'll see us, maybe sitting at a shipper or receiver, talking shit or something about the shipper or receiver or how fast we got in and out of it. You guys hear us talking about it, but actually experiencing it, it's a whole different ballgame. So, yeah, I may have made a lot of changes over the last couple of years, but I have my reasons for it. And, like I said, I'm the type of person that learns my lessons the hard way. Do I feel that it was a mistake leaving Crete? Yeah, especially because now I'm going back there. So, in the back of my head, it's like, well, why the hell did you leave Crete if you were just going to turn around and go right back there? It's a very damn good question. It really is. And I ask myself that all the time. I'm not perfect. Listen, guys, I'm not one of those type of YouTubers that's going to come on here and portray myself out to be somebody I'm not. I mean, you can ask anybody that has actually met me over the road. I am as real as it gets. What you see here on YouTube is what you see in person. I mean, this is just who I am. I'm not perfect. I make my mistakes, and it is what it is. I'm just the type of person that will come on here, and I have no problems expressing my mistakes to you guys. I really don't. I mean, I tried something different, and I've got to make another change, and it is what it is. Have you ever looked into oil fields? Yep, I'm all set. I had a buddy of mine. In fact, I used to team with him over at Sierra England. He left England, went to the oil fields, and he tried his damnedest to get me into it. But no, I'm good. I try to hit 550 to 600 miles a day. Well, that's a good goal. Gerald, my dedicated run is 650 miles a day, 5 days a week, drop and hook each end. And that's what mine used to be as well. I mean, I used to run what the hell they call it? Wasn't dedicated. Set lanes. I used to run from Hershey, Pennsylvania down to Laredo, Texas, drop and hook both ends. And that was the easiest thing in the world. I mean, drop and hook at both ends. Doing the only thing that got to me about that is the repetitive. I mean, I'm driving the same route every day, dealing with the same people, every other day or whatever, however long it took me to get from Pennsylvania down to Laredo. And down in Laredo, we dropped it at our facility, and up in Hershey, Pennsylvania, I got to deal with the same shipper and receiver because it was Hershey. What was nice is I used to get a candy bar every time I went in there. But it just got repetitive for me. Same thing when I was training at England. If you guys remember, I got on the Sorrento run. The Sorrento run ran from Buffalo, New York to Boise, Idaho. That run was beautiful. I had a shit ton of miles from that run, especially training students. I made some serious money doing that run. But again, it got repetitive, driving back and forth down the I-80 nonstop. And then in the wintertime, I would change it up because I'm not doing the I-80 in the winter nonstop. No freaking way. So, that's that. So what else you got there, Zoltan? Like I said, we make it look easy on YouTube. It looks like it's all fun and games. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I've went back and I've watched a lot of my videos. I've rewatched a lot of the vlog videos to, see what I could do differently. Things that I liked, things that I didn't like about it, and and I've even had a talk with the group of friends that I have out on the road, and we were even talking about it, and it's like we need to be more honest with you guys. And what I mean by honest, I'm not talking about verbally. It's honest on what we show. It's like I said, we make it look easy here on YouTube, but you guys don't get to see a lot of the headaches that we go through. Especially when it comes to trip planning. Now, I know a lot of people out there, they trip plan a certain way. They have a piece of paper, they plan everything all out. I plan everything in my head, every bit of it. I am very good when it comes to numbers. I can do everything in my head. And I think that's my worst enemy is I do so much of the trip planning in my head that I'm constantly going over it. Every time something changes, or did I drive enough miles today, is to make my plan continue to work, and it's just anything changes it. It's crazy. Swift offers $6,000 loan for students. Got to pay them back $2,000, but need to drive for them for a year. I just spoke to Swift School. Now, the part about that, okay, I get the 1 year contract, but there's places out there where you could pretty much do the same thing and you don't have to pay them back anything. So be careful of that. You may have money coming out of your check that you don't need. Casey, that's why I'm not doing Walmart no more because same shit every day and doing Walmart DC, dumbass. They have. You know, it's all fun and games when you're doing regional or dedicated runs until it gets repetitive. And then, you know, everybody's there, and you're going to go through the same thing I did. You know, okay, yeah, you're going to change it. You know, you may be okay doing a dedicated run for however many years or however many months, and eventually you're going to get tired of it and you're going to want to change it. Let's see. Yep, I hate when guys like Asian Maya Show talk about $100,000. It's awfully misleading, but trucking companies do the same with the lies. Yeah. I mean, you can very easily make $100,000 a year. I tickled $100,000 in my first year, believe it or not. But um, look what I did. I mean, the training at England, the routes that I had, the miles that I was running, and you know, you can do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, and it's definitely doable. But you're gonna work your ass off for that. You're not gonna be home. See, I mean, realistically, can you make six figures as a trucker? Yeah, you can. Absolutely. You can make six figures as in a company driver. I mean, I don't know, is owner operators? Yeah, on paper you can make $100,000 a year. What you're actually putting in your own bank account, that's a whole nother story. Um, but as a company driver, yeah, you could. I mean, and even if you don't make six figures, you're going to make close to it. But it depends on where you go. I mean, if you're going to go to work at CR England and you're going to make, you know, top out at 32 cents a mile, then yeah, probably not. But I mean, like over at Crete, if you end up running the Schaefer side, they'll start you out at 53 cents a mile. And you go up from there, obviously. I know some drivers that are running the Schaefer side, they've been there for a long enough time, and they're upwards 58, almost 60 cents a mile. But it puts new guys in a pickle, and they quit after a month because they see a $600 check. Well, yeah, that's why I tell everybody, you know, your first 6 months is going to be your biggest struggle. You're not going to make the kind of. And see, this is another reason why I don't put. There's two reasons why I don't put my paychecks out there. I'll sit here, bring them up, and I'll bark them out at you, but I'm not showing them online. I'm not showing them on the screen. I'm not doing it. You know, a trucker will. He does Settlement Friday every single week. I'm not doing that for two different reasons. One, I have an ex-wife. Two, um, I don't want you guys to think that, you know, you're going to look at my paycheck, see what I'm doing, and thinking that you're going to come out and do the same thing. Because chances are you're not. I mean, let's, you know, again, here comes the honesty. Not everybody's going to have the same work ethic that I do. Not everybody's going to drive as far as I do. You know, like I said, it all goes back on, you know, what type of driver you're going to be. Are you going to be the type of driver that is going to, you know, run your clock, run your miles? Or are you going to be the driver that stops 4 or 5 times because you got to use the bathroom, or you got to, you know, stop and get a drink, or, oh, I'm starting to feel hungry, so I'm going to stop and grab something to eat. You know, if you're going to be that type of driver, that's going to take a lot of miles. I mean, think about it like this. When you get off the expressway, by the time it takes you to get off the expressway, find a place to park, go inside, do whatever you need to do, you know, eat, shit, piss, drink, whatever, get back in the truck, get back out on the road, back on the interstate, and back up to speed. How many miles do you think I could have driven in the amount of time it took you from the time you touched the brakes on the interstate to the time you got back up to speed? How much further ahead do you think that I would be? Now imagine that 4 times in a drive shift. Hello, Andrea. How are you? Swift offers training only on automatic trucks. Is that a drawback for truck drivers? Should I learn stick shift instead? Well, I guess that's all personal preference, but in my personal opinion, go with the automatic. Eventually, in the next few years, everything's going to be automatic anyways, unless you drive a late model truck. What are the realistic differences between prime lease and prime lease purchase? That's an answer for Trucker Will, or a question for Trucker Will. Hold on. Let me see if I can get him on. He might even be sleeping.
Hey, this is Will. Sorry, I can't come to.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping. Oh, he's on the phone with his wife. Call me back when you can. I'm live, and there's a question for you. Apparently his wife takes priority over everybody else. Dad's here too. We're fine. Hello, Father. It's mental health stops. You have to stop and stretch and call your wife. You know what? That's probably true. Maybe I should take more mental health stops, and that's what we'll call them. Golden State, that's the way the industry is heading. It is. Personally, my Class A license has the auto restriction on it. My Class B, however, did not. But, I was okay with it. Because especially if you're going to be a company driver, chances are you're going to be in a automatic anyways. Whipped. Must be talking about Trucker Will. Yeah. Little Viking Coach. First time I've seen that name. A lot of new names are popping up here. You know what? Let me look at my list here. I think I get a list as to who's subscribed. Golden State News, go manual. Lots of companies won't hire you with an automatic restriction on your license. I'm going to strongly disagree with that, especially if you go to some of these bigger companies. They're all going to put you in an automatic anyway. I enjoy Trucker Will's videos, good at editing, and very honest. Yeah, Trucker Will's a good guy. He's a very good friend of mine. Swift does that to trap you? Come on now. Companies don't do that to trap you. It's just the way that it's where the industry's going. And then, like I said, in the next few years, everybody's going to be in automatics. We did got a lot of new subscribers in the last few days. Not bad. Let me see where we at. 26 likes. Nice. Good job, guys. We're up to 1.83. Almost 2,000 subscribers. That's freaking sweet. Sure, they will. They will. They are all auto now. Most, not all, but not everyone wants to work for a mega carrier. That's true. A lot of the mom and pop places, they're still running manuals. So, if you're looking for a smaller company versus one of the mega carriers, then yeah, definitely go manual. Nip 34, he works for a small mom and pop place, and he's running a manual. And, he likes it better, but personally, it's like I said, I've said this to you guys before, but, with the routes that I run, I'm typically in the hills for whatever reason. Apparently, the hills enjoy my company, I guess. But, you know, running the hills and in and out of this traffic that I end up in, I'm very thankful for the auto. It's financially beneficial to have auto trucks. Yeah, I mean, me and Nip 34, we talk quite a bit, and as far as fuel mileage, yeah, I blow him out of the water. I can't believe what little fuel mileage he gets in that truck compared to what I get. Yeah. But we're gonna run this for about another 10, 15 minutes, guys. Trucker Al's got a shit ton of work to do. We got to get this stuff packed up, and like I said, most of it's done. Just got to pack up the clothes, shower bag, and yeah, buddy. My company is 90 trucks. They're all autos. That's what I said. I mean, even right now, there's still a lot of the smaller places that are running manuals, but eventually they will all be automatics. We all know that. It's sad, but it's true. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not downing the manual transmissions. It's just like everything else. You know, everything's got its ups and downs. It's just a matter of what you want to do. Why the hell ain't that up and running? You know, with the manuals, you have more control of the truck. You know, especially driving, you know, the I-80 or, you know, the flatlands or something like that. You definitely got more control on things, but, you know, it sucks, you know, when you're shifting up and down hills all day long or in and out of traffic and, you know, clutch. I mean, yeah, you can clutch out of, you know, first gear and then float the rest, but, you know, you get stuck in a traffic jam, your left knee is going to be pissed. That it is. Actually, surprised nobody said anything. I might actually grow this out a little bit. I'm thinking. I did this the other day, and yesterday. April, cause first thing out of April's mouth. What the hell's this shit? It's like, I'm leaving anyways. You only got to deal with it for one more day. But, you know, something like this doesn't bother me that much. It doesn't itch or anything like that. It's down here on the neck. When you don't shave this, this is what bothers me. This and this. I will never grow this one out. The mustache part, that won't happen. I can't do it. Yeah, buddy. One thing I'm gonna miss is that freaking farming simulator. Yep. I'm gonna get another high-end laptop. This way I can, cause there's a lot more that I want to do with these videos, and I just simply can't do it with running everything off the iPad and off the phone. So, starting 2021 model year, all 4 Class 8 manufacturers are speccing autos as standard equipment. Yep. That's what I said. Ain't gonna be much longer. Iowa 80, your thoughts? What, the largest truck stop in the world? It's just another truck stop. I mean, Zoltan, it's amazing. Yeah, you know, my first time there, you know, it was, ooh, look at everything. Wow, I can't believe how big it is. Now it's all the same. Try not to make the pizza guys mad again. Try not to make the pizza. Why? Who'd I piss off? Oh, Domino's. Yeah, I won't be ordering from that shithole anymore. That was at our terminal right there in Carlisle. I won't be doing that again. The reason they are going auto is easier to convert to autonomous. No way you could spend the entire day there. Stop there and do a 34 reset. See, that's what. See, this is where you can decipher new drivers versus experienced drivers. To me, the Iowa 80 is just another freaking truck stop. I get, a lot of people say that, um, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad place. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's being at the largest truck stop in the world, and definitely take pictures and stuff like that. But after, it's just like, last time I had April with me and we drove through Vegas at night. I mean, her eyes were peeled, out the window, looking at all the lights and looking at all the buildings and stuff like that. And me, it's like, I've seen it 100 times. I'm good. Going through the mountains. She's like, "Oh, look at it, it's so beautiful, hon. Look at that. Snow-capped mountains." Like, yeah, whatever. If you have only automatic restrictions, you will be expendable. Everybody's expendable. Especially nowadays, there's so many people looking to get into this industry, and the big companies that are going out of business and stuff like that. Even truck driving, I mean, there's a lot of people that are looking to get into the industry, and there's a lot of drivers out there who lost their jobs that are looking for work. I spent nearly $200 on junk there my first time. I have mugs and snow globes, the works. Yep. 91240. See, that's another new one. You guys changing names on me or what? I-80 is too crowded. Shower on your 30-minute break. Park at a rest stop for your 10. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do that too. Take a 30-minute break, jump in the shower, grab something to eat, grab some snacks and stuff like that, and then turn around and take your 10 hour at a rest area. Very good advice. I drive a Vegas cab part-time, and the strip is beautiful each time. Yeah, it is. It is beautiful. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just when you've seen it as much as I have, it's okay. Okay, be safe. Good night. Have a good night, guys. Successful truckers adapt or die. Well, that's one way of putting it, I guess. You got recommended by Billy Rains. Oh, yeah? Billy Rains recommended me, huh? Billy's a good dude. He's alright. Yeah, Billy and I, we've been friends for a while. He likes to give me shit. Billy and I didn't always get along. Him and I, we kind of got off to a rough start in the beginning of our quote unquote friendship, but the last couple of months things have been much better when it comes to me and Billy. I know a lot of people give him shit and stuff like that, but try to give Billy a little bit of credit. He's actually, trying to turn over a new leaf. I mean, you can even see it in his videos. His content's completely different. He's gotten out of that drama bullshit. So I give him a lot of credit for that. I'm still waiting on the raffle, by the way. You are not escaping it. Raffle. Oh, you mean from the beginning? You missed out on that one there, Chief. I just didn't do the live video on it. I didn't do any video on it. I can go back and tell you who won, though. True, Gerald. That's why you don't want the automatic restriction. You want to have wide skill set and all endorsements. Yeah, the only endorsement you will never catch me having is the hazmat. I had it once, and then I found out that first of all, when I took the test, that I'm not good when it comes to testing. That's one thing about me personally. I get, I almost panic. No matter, even though I may know it like the back of my hand. I know I'm gonna pass it. I'm still gonna panic. I can't stand being tested. Billy Rains shared your video. Oh, this is my first time here. Oh, nice. I didn't realize Billy shared it. No way, where's my Corvette? Yeah, Corvette. Where's my Corvette? I got a 2017 Dodge Durango GT you can take. You can take that off my hands for me. You can have the payment for that one too. Let's see. Yep. So, there's a lot of stuff that I've got to do. I mean, once I get the cameras are obviously going to be the first thing that gets set up in the truck. I mean, I'm going to be taking some video footage of, me getting things set up, and I got to put the lights back up, and I mean, I got so much freaking work to do in the next few days. This weekend's going to suck. It really is. When is the next raffle? I haven't really decided when I'm going to do another giveaway, but I will do one soon. Let me get back out on the road. Give me a couple of weeks out there, and then I'll make something happen. Especially now that, I mean, there wasn't that many entries. I think there was only like 36 people in the last one. But I mean, now that we have, the family that we do here, and, we're pushing almost 2,000 subscribers, I got to do another giveaway soon. After 25 years of shifting gears, I got in an auto 2 years ago. I'll never go back to shifting. Yeah, I bet your left knee's feeling a lot better. That's one thing, when I got out of the dump trucks and I got into the automatic, I mean, that was one of the biggest things that I've noticed is how much better my legs feel. More and more companies require hazmat. All LTL companies do. So if you want a union job, get the hazmat. Yeah, no, I won't do the hazmat. I actually had one company that I was considering on going to before I went to Crete, and they told me that I'd have to get my hazmat, and I said, okay, well, that just ended this conversation. I won't ever take that hazmat test again. I mean, granted, I could probably pass it again. I mean, I might have to do a little bit of studying on it, but no, I'm all set. Be safe and keep us posted. Yeah, that'll happen. Couple of keeps you will be driving a boat, just goofing around, have fun out there. I thought about going to get my pilot's license. For hell, I did the Class A shit. Let's go the next step bigger. Let's start a pilot's license, but that shit just takes too freaking long. No, truck driving is where I need to be. Yeah, I might have to do another raffle soon. Couple of weeks I'll be driving a boat. No, it's still too cold for that shit. I miss my boat. I used to have a 27-footer cuddy cabin. I miss my boat. My ex-wife had to be a dumb bitch. But whatever. Yep. So, yeah, getting back to my upcoming few days. Like I said, tomorrow I pick up the rental car, drive down to Pennsylvania. Friday morning I'll be signing the paperwork and getting assigned a truck. The question that's going to be in the air until Friday morning is whether or not my truck's going to be in Pennsylvania or if it's going to be somewhere else. If it's in Pennsylvania, that's going to make my life a whole lot easier because then I could just take everything out of the rental car and put it into the truck. In the event that a new truck is going to be elsewhere, then I will be jumping back in the rental car and driving to wherever I need to go to grab a truck. Then put everything in the truck, get everything set up, and then get my first load assignment. Chances are I'm gonna record quite a bit of it. In fact, once I get done here, I'm gonna be going through. I got a plastic bin right here that has all the camera equipment in. I'm actually gonna get some of it charged up because I do want to take some video of what I'm about to be going through. And no, I've never watched Trucker G. Never even heard of him. But I want to make sure I get the camera equipment up and running, and I'd like to vlog at least my first loadout. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Not really, but it kind of is what it is. Like I said, you want something bad enough, you're gonna jump through hoops, and you just got to be willing to jump. Yeah, buddy. Up to 28 likes. Very nice. Thank you guys for your support. I truly appreciate it. Yep. So, we're going to finish this last smoke here and then get my ass in gear. Yep. Anybody want to buy a gaming computer? No, I'm not getting rid of that. I've got plans for this. Big country. Glad you can make it. We're going to be getting ready to hang this up here soon. Yep. So, no, I watched a video. I don't know. I'm still deciding on what the hell to do with the whole gaming channel and whether or not I'm going to go through with all of that. But it'd be a lot easier for me to do that, once I get a laptop, that I can bring out in the truck that works. But I've got a plan for this beast. I'm thinking 350-inch TVs. Building a simulator. I don't know what kind of simulator, but yeah, I'm not getting rid of this thing. Hell no. I stole that computer. But like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do like a racing simulator or I don't know, something different. We'll see. I've got plans for it, and I can make it happen very fast. And it'll be a lot of fun. It'll give me something to do when I'm at home. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to cut the video. Like I said, I'm gonna take some video footage of my trip down there and everything that I'm going through and stuff like that. Get the GoPros charged up, ready to go, and yeah, the next few days are gonna suck, but we'll get through it. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you for all your support, your kind words, and I look forward to keeping you guys updated as to the BS that I'm about to go through. But in the end, it'll be worth it. I'll be back in the truck, back out on the road, and feeling useful. That'll be nice. Any new comedic videos in the works? Maybe. Sure, I could probably put something together. Keep us posted, even if it's not a video. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm definitely gonna be taking video footage and stuff like that. Rental car, driving down. The hotel, you know, it's the Quality Inn. There ain't anything special about that. You know what? If I remember correctly, and yeah, I'm getting old. If I remember correctly, that place has a hot tub, so maybe I'll jump in that tomorrow night. So I might get there a little early. Those guys create their own comedy. What do you mean they own comedy? Big Country, maybe I'll see you there. When Big Country, when you going down there? When you going to Crete? I think you were going towards the end of the month, weren't you? Because I'll be in and out of there in the next 3 days. I'll be getting there. Oh, well, I'll get there tomorrow. I'll get to the hotel, and then I'll be out of there probably late Friday morning. So I'm not going to be there too long. I mean, I will be there on the 20th. Well, maybe I'll run into you if I end up with a load coming back up this way and have to call it at the terminal or something. Other than that, no, I'll be long gone. Like I said, this is going to be more of a 2 to 3 day process in total. That's from, like I said, picking up the rental car tomorrow, getting down there Friday morning, doing the paperwork, and then from there it depends on where I'm picking up the truck from. Maybe we'll run across each other sometime. It's possible. Very, very possible. I'm actually going to work on getting a decal. In fact, if any of you guys out there, here's a job for you. And I'm looking for a logo. I don't know what I want yet. Something that says "Yeah, buddy," and then like a little logo of some type. So I gotta get that designed up, and I'm gonna have it actually put on the truck. So yeah, my truck will stick out like a sore thumb. And then the other thing, I might get the red letters that says "Yeah, buddy" and put them on the windshield. I only intended the first video, Gerald. Was going to close the channel, but just waiting for YouTube to shut me down. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to look into Little Viking. Let's see what he's got. You got quite a few videos up there, Chief. I'll have to check out some of these videos. Alright, guys. Well, Trucker Rail's got some massive work to do. So, let me get this stuff done, and I'll probably either Friday or Saturday. I'll probably do another live video. What I'll probably end up doing, I'll take a whole bunch of video footage to make a video, and then no, Trucker Will never did call back. She's got a tight leash on him. I will talk to him about that question, and we will discuss that on the next one. Be safe out there. Yeah, it's going to be a fun drive, but it looks like it's going to be a bunch of snow, but we'll see. Man, I got so much work to do. So, we'll get this stuff here done. Like I said, I'm going to take some video footage. I'll either go live either Friday. If not Friday, then definitely Saturday. Depends on this whole truck and when I'm going to get it and where I've got to go to get it. Like I said, I'm kind of hoping that there'll be a truck available in Pennsylvania because it'll make my life a whole lot easier. But in the event that I got to drive somewhere else, then that's going to take up a whole lot more time and getting everything set up in the truck and not only getting my first load assignment, but I want to make sure that the camera equipment is set up, for me to do videos and make the vlogs. So there's that. But yeah, definitely. I mean, within the next few days I'll be back on here and I'm gonna get this show back on the road. So we're gonna cut it here, guys. Again, thanks for everybody's support. Appreciate all the likes on the videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.